Greets peeps, it's Tony the Hero of Flanders here now, here again, and I am actually the Hero of Flanders because I took Calais, or however Dutch people might say that, Gailis, at a guess, and with a funny accent that sounds sort of like my Dutch friends. So I took Calais. It's naturally part of the province of Flanders, so it makes sense for me to give it over to them because it will be cheaper for them to core. Oh, we can't see the cost, but what I did forget to do first is, before I gave it to them, I should have given them the core, the claim on the place as well, and then handed it over, because that would have reduced the cost for them even further. Having a claim on a province allows you to reduce the cost by the coring cost by 10%, but it being part of their natural territory, I think they'd get that advantage anyway. So yeah, all in all, the war worked out pretty well. We did get a surprise. It was interesting. The Irish contingent came over here, and along with the English, and started besieging everything. Because there's no. It's weird. I don't understand why they were able to skip it, but because there's no. Because they controlled that square there, they were able to move to here, and then were able to move to here, and I assume would have been able to move potentially there. I don't know. Things started getting messy. I couldn't work out what the rules of what the control zones for the forts were, so we'd started. France had made peace with England and taken everything that I didn't want them to take. Well, they took that, which was the most annoying one, because I was really hoping to expand this way. That one would have been nice and cheap, and I could have taken it. I was hoping they'd take that instead. The tricky bastards instead took that one and left that one with the castle on it that I had to besiege. We were trying to besiege it while the English were running through here. I was worried about our war score dropping through the floor, and so just quickly made peace, took Calais, took a few dollars to try and offset some of the money we're hemorrhaging, because that's a good point. The reason that we're hemorrhaging money is because while I was watching this fight up here and trying to orchestrate it with all of the armies that we'd attached to our mercenaries, my main army was sitting back here waiting at almost no army maintenance. So their morale, when they're fully moraled up, at the moment is 0.66, as opposed to the maximum of 3.17. So, as you can imagine, an army with almost no morale got quickly beaten by the Portuguese. I'm just happy that I don't know what happened, but it wasn't quite decisive enough to destroy us outright, because that was genuinely a fear at the time. Our morale was that low. I thought they were going to rout us immediately and our army would disappear, and that would be nightmarish in light of what happened at the same time. So, remember how we had our mission to become the papal controller? The French got a mission which allowed them to steal not a mission, an event, which allowed them to steal a cardinal away from us. We only had the one cardinal. They stole our only cardinal. That destroyed our chance of being papal controller, when we had a reasonable chance, we'd invested, we would have been tied with the French as it stands at the moment. As it is, they can push it again and go higher, but we were tied with the French, so it would have been a coin flip. Instead, they got an extra cardinal. Our having no cardinals left meant that we had no one to get elected as curia controller. And as a little helpful bonus for that wonderful event that I just love having done against me so much, we take on one corruption. Now, one corruption costs us four ducats and 4.09 per month to get rid of, to do our maximum effort at removing corruption. There is no way we can afford that. So in the meantime, I'm dropping my army maintenance to 0, pushing this as high as I can to get rid of this bastard corruption. It disappears at 0.69 every year. That is slow as hell. We are going to take a long time to get rid of this bastard corruption, and in the meantime we lost our curia race for the curia. France also decided, in the goodness of their heart, that to rival us, which is the last thing we needed right now. I tried to do some gamey stuff to get around their rivaling us after they made peace with the English. Didn't work. We're in a dicey situation here. They've rivaled us and they're not going to unrival us, so we should rival them back. There's no chance that we can beat that opinion, but there's also no chance we can beat an army that's 1.5 times as strong as ours. But hey, that's the way it goes. God, look, even the Castilian army is 2.5 times tougher than us. That means they'll likely make friends with they're allied with Scotland, Provence, Aragon, and Genoa. Maybe they won't make friends with Castile. I hope not. Aragon, their rival, they're allied with them. Who are their rivals? Us and Aragon. We can't. Oh, they've got too many diplomatic relations, so they won't accept an alliance. What a shame. What a shame, what a shame. Okay, so anyway, in the meantime, our corruption, went through the roof. Our economy is just scraped by with the money that we took from. We didn't get anything out of Portugal. They'd come up here, they gave us a kick in the butt with our army on low morale. They'd cleared out everything that we originally took down there, and there was just no chance we were going to get anything from them. So I just pieced out England. We took Calais. I think we took like 20 ducats, which is ridiculous in the scale of things, but it's better than nothing. And we got Calais, so we're going pretty good. We need to. Well, we still have no power projection because we have no enemies. We need to choose enemies, but I don't want to choose France. They're after taking this lot back, they're tough. They're dangerous. But we've really got no option. What I do want to avoid is them making other alliances with those guys, with Castile in particular. At the moment, they've got a penalty against making an alliance with Castile. Let's have a look at it. If we select France, we choose their opinions, we can see that French opinion of... where are they? Oh, Castile is pretty high, god damn it. See, this is the thing. If I rival one of them, they both get a bonus to allying against me, and that's not something that I want to do. I want to keep any wars that they do against me separate. I don't know how to do it, unfortunately. The only rivals Castile have made are us and Burgundy. I'm kind of tempted to try and befriend Castile. I could get them into positive opinion if I went crazy on the friendly vibes. Aragon is an ally of France, so it's unlikely Castile's going to go for them. They'll go for me. Austria should back me up. Yeah, I don't know. This is all a lot of speculation and a lot of nervous. I don't like being under the thumb of France this badly, this early, but not much we can do. We'll just have to roll with it. So I'm letting things run at speed 5. I ditched my mercenaries as the only other thing because the cost was just too much. As you can see, our finances are pretty ugly. We need to drop military access off Provence. That's eating into our Diplo. Actually, if I cancel that, then we don't have a route through there. And then we'd have to... what do we have to do? We'd have to take Paris to get through it free. No, because Austria would join in. Okay, we can do that. That's fine. With Austria joining in, we'd also get access out through that lot, so we'd be fine, I believe. Actually, just to confirm that, I want to make sure we've got rights through each other's lands. Because we've already got a military agreement with them, it's cool to agree. We've already got an alliance with them. It's fine for us to sorry, I'm getting distracted. It's fine for us to add more agreements on. It's not the number of agreements that you have. You can have 5 different agreements, I believe, at the same time with one person. I think that's the maximum you can have that I can think of off the top of my head. No, likely more than that. You can have as many as you want, is the fact of the matter. The only thing you need to worry about is the number of different nations that you have agreements with. That's where things get tricky. So we are looking to... so I was jumping back there to try and get them up to 50, up to 90, up to 190. We're going to annex them as soon as we get to January 1st of next year, 13th of July. This is running quite slowly. I've got a couple of other things on in the background, but it's going a bit more slowly than I'd like. So I might wrap this one up here as yeah. If they attack me, what do I do? What do I do? Their rivals are... Sorry, their rivals are Austria, already my friend, Castile. Castile are their enemy as well. Okay, that's fine. I could rival France safely because they're already rivaled with Castile. They can't make alliances with Castile. That's what I like. In fact, had they not rivaled me after that war, they would have been able to they would have rivaled Castile back, and I would have been in easy street. I could have done my integrations over here quite happily. There would have been no problems. Once I was powerful with my Austrian ally, would have been able to come straight at France without with nary a concern. Unfortunately, not the case, because instead the idiots rivaled me. Now my only option is to rival them back and then try and sweet talk Castile out of having rivaled me. We'll wait for them to rival France back. Yeah, that's what we'll do. But for the moment, I'll let things progress into the future. Probably be back in half a year's game time when we can have a look at the annexing process. So we'll see you then.